the first living, breathing clone of an adult mammal.
It's possible we're seeing a scientific explosion comparable to the atom bomb or the moon rocket or DNA itself.
For many, it was a case of science gone too far.
Are we acting more like the creator than creatures? Are we trying to play the role of God in all this?
Predictions multiplied about just what this breakthrough would bring.
Soon it will be possible to give her thousands of absolutely identical sisters.
Animals could be cloned with human diseases and new therapies tested on them.
Endangered species can take heart.
This is not an elaborate, sophisticated technique. It means that any decent college or graduate school student could potentially clone a human being.
Whatever became of Dolly, and all that speculation about the brave new world she ushered in.
Welcome to the outstanding debate and mystery which has brought us together today. Check this out. Whenever someone starts the equality talk, it's all about homosexuals and the rights they should have, or the Zika and the access to medicines in South America, or even the hunger and inequality in the African continent. And yes, we can all agree that these topics are certainly important to talk about. But a new way of equality has emerged, and this is the actual meaning of equality. Equality, the same. Not even similar or with some shared characteristics. Exactly the same. The same genetic material, the same DNA, and of course, the same aspect. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called cloning. As a matter of fact, nowadays, Hollywood has been pretty varied with the interpretation of the word cloning. Star Wars and The Matrix are just a few examples of the gigantic business cloning has turned into. Because of this, and the tremendously low amount of information available, everyone will tell you something different if you ask them about cloning. That is why we, alongside other collaborators, present you Copy-Paste, a new way towards equality.
First things first, what is cloning?
Es la reproducción en cuanto al ADN y total en la parte física de un ser humano.
Cloning is the exact copy of the genetic material of an organism used to create an equal. This has been a huge discovery, but has it been good?
It is a good advance in technology, specifically the cloning and clonation, because in that way it is possible to preserve some organs that are required, especially for later, for operations and all that stuff.
Society has different opinions and positions towards cloning, but the real question here is, what assumptions and ideas has society made?
Well, actually, cloning is a taboo topic because it is most common related to religion and to the spirituality and the morality and the way that you feel about having power to create humans, because we usually give that power to God, right?
Yes.
So that is a big issue.
How does ethics play a role?
Contra la clonación humana, yo creo que jugamos a ser dioses y pues ahí estamos en contra de la naturaleza y ahí es en donde sí ya interviene la ética.
But what about ethical issues? What if it goes further? Would you stop?
I'm not so sure. Probably I will stop myself, because if cloning is going farther and I'm just doing a research about animals or just some organs, later on the possibility to clone my kid, to clone family, to clone people, that would be so risky for me. Probably I will stop.
Cloning has developed huge impacts and risks.
Pues es simplemente que vamos a perder esta limitante del ser humano. Ya lo estamos viviendo con respecto a todo el avance industrial, está perjudicando nuestro planeta. Entonces, si no le ponemos un límite y utilizamos la ética como límite para la clonación, pues simplemente el ser humano va a creer que es Dios y que puede hacer lo que desee.
Cloning has been a great advance in technology, but at some point it has to be focused on something, and it could actually be something good.
Con respecto a la clonación en sí, creo que esta parte de reproducción de células puede ayudar mucho en la medicina, en cuanto a que van a poder, si una persona salió resistente a determinada enfermedad, pues van a poder reproducirla y encontrar una cura.
I will focus in cloning special organs like lungs or hearts, you know, because those are the most important ones.
Dentro de todo, creo que han sido pocos años en los que hemos dado un avance tan grande.
Cloning is a technological advance that hasn't concluded yet. It is constantly changing and new methods are created. So, how effective could it be to clone an organ?
So far, I think scientists are testing, right? But I don't know, maybe in future, probably 10 years, it's going to be even possible to use them.
And there are always questions about these new creatures.
Sobre todo hablando a lo mejor como esta parte de sentimientos, emociones, cómo se van a comportar.
And how far can experiments in cloning go?
Si la usamos adecuadamente y le ponemos normas, yo creo que va a ser de mucha utilidad en la parte médica. Si pasamos el límite, podría ser la destrucción del hombre.
But the real question here is, how did it all start? Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to be cloned from an adult cell and is by far the world's most famous clone.
Hello, Dolly.
Dolly was cloned by Kit Campbell, Ian Wilmot, and colleagues at the Roslin Institute, part of the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, and the biotechnology company PPL Therapeutics, based near Edinburgh. The fundings for Dolly's cloning was provided by PPL Therapeutics and the Ministry of Agriculture. She had 3 mothers. One provided the egg, another the DNA, and the third carried the clone embryo to the term. She was created using the technique of somatic cell nuclear transfer, where the cell nucleus from an adult cell is transferred into an unfertilized oocyte, the developing egg cell, that has had its cell nucleus removed. She was born on the 5th of July of 1996 and died from a progressive lung disease 5 months before her 7th birthday in 2003. This was a major scientific achievement because it demonstrated that the DNA from an adult cell can be used to create an entire organism. Several clones had been produced in the lab before Dolly, including frogs, mouses, and cows, which had all been cloned from the DNA embryos. Finally, we have reached our documentary's end. After what we believe is a well-stated and completely objective picture, we hope that our audiences develop their own personal opinion about this, basing their thoughts not only in what they think and in the values that they practice, but also in the impressive amount of information we have provided, gathered from an exhaustive investigation and from the experts' experience and knowledge. As we have already clarified, this documentary's team and backup is not supporting any side in this debate, or going against anyone's statements and opinions. Our work was only to provide the viewers with enough information in order to make them consider all the facts that should be considered when gathering an objective position, whether it is pro or against cloning. As we can see, human cloning has been a controversial topic, and there are different arguments and suppositions that make it really hard to decide if human cloning is good or bad. Human cloning has been seen by most of people as an unnecessary and scientific discovery, while others see it as a miraculous advance in modern genetics. Obviously, there are certain people whose opinion could be considered most valuable than the one of an average person, because of their importance in the scientific environment, their professional career path, or simply because of their proved knowledge and intelligence. Nevertheless, and in spite of that, we, as a team, want to promote the importance of each person's position, no matter if it is based on religion, science, or even in TV programs. Finally, we would like to clarify that the human cloning is not a reality yet, and that this is just a debate facing the future. Thank you.
I ain't even really done that thing yet. I ain't even really got that thing right. Where you going? On your head up. You're not the we still ain't sleep yet. Trash talk, cause they gonna get their feet wet. Can't touch my shit, honey, wait up. Hold the door like a gentleman, honey, wait up. Girls got like a gigolo, honey, wait up. Raw good like venom, honey, wait up. Whole pace till I get it go, get it go. Boss tell me that you're innocent, honey, wait up. Fuck that, cause